welcome, guys, to Canadian to WWE Wrestling Bros here, and I am on this live stream. We are on this live stream here, bringing you some information um, regarding the WWE um, section here. Before we get started, uh, I first want to thank everyone for subscribing to WWE Wrestling Bros because today is actually the official first anniversary of WWE Wrestling Bros for myself and Boone Steele. And I apologize for earlier. I caught myself saying my channel, but this is WWE Wrestling Bros. And so, um, in this stream right here, we're going to be covering the news regarding the Wyatt Sicks and Alexa Bliss. Um, the other thing that I wanted to cover to talk about today is also in the second article. It's talking about John Cena's heel turn, and it's in regards to Mark Henry's. We have some pointers on that. So for today, guys, we're going to be first going into uh, the WWE uh, in on the Wyatt Sicks and what Alexa Bliss is, what's going on with them. So there's an article from WrestlingInc.com, and I have included the links to this article as well as the other article from Mark Henry um, in the description box so you guys can read up on it. So this article was written March 21st, 2025, about, let's just say, 9 days ago. Um, so let's get into it. Uh, and before let's continue. Alexa Bliss made headlines when she returned at Women's Royal Rumble in February, and it was widely expected she would join up with the Bray Wyatt tribute stable, the Wyatt Sicks. However, Bliss hasn't been seen on TV since failing to win the Women's Elimination Chamber match earlier this month, and the Wyatt Sicks haven't been seen since they were defeated by Karrion Kross, mostly released in Final Testament faction. Between the lengthy absence of the Wyatt Sicks reportedly being due to injury and some online confusion regarding a report from Fightful's Sandrash Sapp that Bliss had been removed from some WrestleMania week stuff, later confirmed to be WWE World appearances, some fans have gotten concerned that Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Sicks might miss WrestleMania. So on Friday, Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that Alexa Bliss will be off TV until the Wyatt Sicks are brought back on WWE SmackDown. Later the same day, Fightful Select reported that the injured Wyatt Sicks member was actually its leader, Bo Dallas, also known as Uncle Howdy, but that Bo Dallas and the group as a whole have been recently been cleared to compete. WWE's creative team is reportedly in discussions about when to bring back the Wyatt Sicks. Fightful couldn't confirm any details on how quickly that might happen, but only that WWE is waiting until the time is right. Theories about Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Sicks joining forces have circulated even before she returned to the company and gained steam after quick flashes of the Wyatt Sicks emblem started appearing on the screen. Excuse me. When Alexa Bliss was on camera. Alexa Bliss has long been considered a storyline with Uncle Howdy back in January 2023 when she found herself pregnant and began her 2 year sabbatical. So this is there's the article, guys, on Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Sicks. Now, there's a lot of hype going into uh, the situation with the Wyatt Sicks. A lot of people are excited to see the Wyatt Sicks come back, and that paid homage to Bray Wyatt. And there's a lot of intrigue and a lot of things, interesting things that are going on. People are really happy to see them back. They were a face group, a face faction. So, but they haven't been seen since, as the article says, since their feud with Karrion Kross with the Final Testament, which I think was a really interesting feud. Um, but since the Final Testament has been mostly disbanded, uh, they're not in WWE anymore. So most of them are, but Karrion Cross is still there. So maybe WWE has plans for Karrion Cross going forward. But going into this, um, Alexa Bliss is has always been synonymous with Bray Wyatt, and now she's with the Wyatt Six, and they would just be it would be wonderful to see them get back together, but still fully healthy, and maybe we will see them come back sometime in the future, maybe before WrestleMania, at WrestleMania, not after WrestleMania, obviously, but well, definitely nice to see her participate in more matches leading up to WrestleMania. So maybe they can have a group to feud with, because I would say the Final Testament have been a really interesting group that really meshed well with them as a faction. So I have to see what's going to happen going forward with Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Six. Um, Now, going forward, um, actually, yeah, it would make sense for that because Alexa Bliss would really make a really good feuding partner with Liv Morgan, because Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez need a group to feud with. They have some potential groups they could feud with. Excuse me, but the Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan have history, and that was just really her, Alexa Bliss, and I forget her name, Nikki Cross, would be really good to feud with Liv Morgan and Raquel. Because that would just make they have a legitimate tag team there that can help them to challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel for the tag team championships. So that would be great for them going forward. Um, what do you guys think about that? So I just want to get into the second article here. Mark Henry, um, and this article is also in non-wrestlinginc.com. I did post a link to this article, and it was written March 21st, 2025. So, excuse me again. Um, Before we go into it, let's just first talk about the title. Mark Henry takes stock of WWE champ Cody Rhodes' potential allies and enemies. Now it's already going to be April in a couple of weeks, and I'd say WrestleMania is right around the corner. There's WrestleMania is right now. Cody Rhodes is feuding with John Cena, beginning his feud with John Cena because he won the best elimination chamber. Um, there's somebody could win the Money in the Bank contract, and Money in the Bank is coming up soon. If somebody who wants to win the WWE Championship wins it and goes to WrestleMania, that person could cash in on Cody Rhodes if he does retain his championship at WrestleMania, or cash in on John Cena at WrestleMania. I know that's kind of a wild take there, but it could happen. It has happened before in the past. If you happened many times. It could happen. Um, it's just Mark Henry here is taking his. It's just that it's just saying he's just kind of discerning between the lines who in the world will be Cody Rhodes' ally, and who, of course, he's always making the enemies. Excuse me. So let's get into the article. Here it says, with John Cena, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and the rapper Travis Scott seemingly forming a unit, many have wondered if the undisputed WWE Championship champion Cody Rhodes, John Cena's WrestleMania 41 opponent, will do the same. According to WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, that might prove to be a difficult task for Cody Rhodes, but luckily there does appear to be a possible ally for him. So here are the possible allies that Cody Rhodes has. Who's the one that actually went to at the Rock? Question mark. Who can who can come to Cody's rescue? Cody, he's pissed off at a lot. Cody's pissed off a lot of people that helped him. Mark Henry said and busted open. You can start with Sami Zayn, then you can get to Kevin Owens, then you can get to Roman Reigns. He chose Roman Reigns to help him at WWE Bad Blood over Kevin Owens, which didn't go over well. And Roman is wanting separation from everyone. Who's there for Cody? CM Punk could be there. So it's interesting quote from Mark Henry. CM Punk could be a potential ally for Cody Rhodes against The Rock and John Cena, which kind of does make sense because CM Punk is certainly no friend of John Cena. You know, they did have history there, um, but Cena pulled off the biggest heel move in I wouldn't say WWE history, but definitely up there. You know, he's been one of the top faces for 20 years, and all of a sudden, you know, he just pulls the wool out over our eyes and does what he did at the Elimination Chamber, at the end of Elimination Chamber. So let's continue the article here. Despite his plans to challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41, CM Punk previously stated that he still considered the American Nightmare to be a friend, given the history. Ultimately, CM Punk's plan to force Cody Rhodes for the title at the Show of Shows fell through as he lost both the Royal Rumble and the Men's Elimination Chamber, meaning that friendship could now potentially work in Cody Rhodes' favor. It is worth noting, however, that CM Punk is reportedly on track for another program heading into WrestleMania, that being a um, three-for-all between himself, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Looking ahead, Cody Rhodes is once again set to be under the same roof as John Cena when WWE Raw goes to Glasgow next week. Of course, that's already happened. That was this past week. There was no word if The Rock or Travis Scott will appear as well, which did not happen. So that was March 28th when they were in Glasgow, and that was literally this past week, and no, actually, that was that was not this past week. That was that. I mean, what I'm talking about is Glasgow, meaning this Friday. That was last Friday, this past Friday that just passed by. So guys, so CM Punk is one of those people who could challenge. Uh, he could be the challenge to help Cody Rhodes against John Cena and The Rock. Of course, CM Punk has no love for The Rock, and CM Punk has no love for John Cena. Um, he's beaten John Cena before in the past, and he lost to The Rock before in the past, and so there's a lot of history between CM Punk, The Rock, and John Cena, and I definitely think one of the reasons why CM Punk would help Cody Rhodes is because CM Punk had been in the same position, albeit not in the same type of situation as Cody Rhodes, but in the same position. Let's look at the context of what happened with him. Um, so that CM Punk ended up losing his championship to The Rock, and in the past, and so in a sense, because everybody loved Cody Rhodes would be, Cody Rhodes needs allies to help him against The Rock and John Cena because what we have with The Rock and John Cena is we have the two of the biggest stars in WWE in the company. The Rock is one of the biggest legends and stars in the WWE, and then John Cena, he's also one of the biggest stars and legends in WWE, and literally you have the two of the biggest guys becoming the baddest guys in WWE, one joining forces against Cody Rhodes, um, who is he pulled off an upset at WrestleMania, defeating Roman Reigns. I mean, maybe if I don't think Roman Reigns would be wanting to get himself involved in this business because CM Punk has his hands full dealing with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns being there. So it just makes sense that uh, you know Cody Rhodes has to find other people who are willing to assist him with The Rock and John Cena, of course. It's going to be really tough to find an ally. I mean, a good potential ally is definitely Randy Orton. Randy Orton has his hands full with Kevin Owens unless he puts that business down with Kevin Owens quickly. Um, it would be unexpected for Kevin Owens, for Randy Orton to not help Cody Rhodes. But I would say at this time, Cody Rhodes definitely could use Randy Orton's help as well as CM Punk. Um, if both of them helped CM Punk, if they both of them helped Cody Rhodes to, that would be a really good um, tag team, to a really good team right there. A really good set of allies to help Cody against John Cena and The Rock. Um, but there are other potential allies that Cody can call upon to help. Um, I'm probably not going to mention it in this live stream, but there was talk maybe of saying Stone Cold Steve Austin, maybe, but that's another live stream for another day. Um, there's a lot of speculation that's going on going into WrestleMania because the door is wide open and we don't know what's going to happen between now and WrestleMania. There's a lot of things going on. Um, so we don't know, man. There's a lot of interesting things happening. I know we are due to have a talk with Blue and Steel later today. I'm going to be talking about Friday Night SmackDown. So I have a lot to discuss with Blue and Steel about Friday Night SmackDown. We're only about a week or two, a month or so away, less than a month, a few weeks away going into WrestleMania. So it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen. And we're just going to keep on analyzing it and talking about it. So I just wanted to bring these two news articles to you guys, and I tried. I'm still working on my equipment to get my equipment working. I've been having issues uploading videos with my computer. So, but I realized I can just do live streaming, which is great. So that's why I'm doing this live stream today, and this is actually the first official live stream for the Wrestling Verse channel. So I'm just bringing this news to you via live stream, so you can read it up for yourself, and I keep you guys posted on what's happening for the future, um, and also kind of give you some backstage news about what's going on. Maybe you could get a clue into what's going to happen with WrestleMania. We don't know. So we have to see what's going to happen going forward, guys. And so I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And it's also Sunday morning. So enjoy the beautiful weather outside for the Sunday morning. And I'll see you guys.